I go ahead and hit record.
Hi, Ashley and Abana. We're recording. It's November 9th. We just started the meeting, and Bonnie's got a resource to share.
So I put it in chat. It's called blog.grantadvisor.org. They're about reforming the community, the philanthropy community. Let me can you, yeah, perfect. Can you click on the upper left, Fred, the funder profile? Thank you. Okay, so what this is this is a way for you to go ahead and select your state. That, see the down lower here?
Yeah, I'm just doing something first here.
Oh, okay. So go up one, there you go. And so what this is it's a group that's put a couple components together. This is rating funders. And I'll just put your zip code in. We'll see if there's anything there. Yeah. And so by doing that, did you click on find funder?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you begin to meet colleagues that are in your area that are looking for grants, share this resource so they can begin to share what it's like to work with these funders. And
are on our list.
Take it with a grain of salt as well. But you might find some of this helpful. You also might find a funder that you weren't aware of. So that's one thing that I like about this tool.
Okay, great.
And then the other one that I found really fascinating is there's you can write your own reviews of funders, and then you can do the fix the form. If you click on the top bar, you'll see fix the form, which is what you originally clicked on. And what this is it's a way to inspire funders for best practices for grant seekers. And what they're saying is something I really agree with, which is to have it be a downloadable, editable document, preferably in Word, on a public website, not behind a user firewall. And they've got a campaign, they've got a little bit of steam behind them. They've got over 500 in trying to help get this across to funders. One of the things I really like is they have really good examples of forms that funders have done. So it's an interesting way to influence a funder as you build rapport with people. So just, something good to be aware of.
Great.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd share that resource. I found it to be fascinating.
Well, it'll be interesting to look at some of the ones on our list.
Yeah, I thought you might enjoy that.
Well, my update is short and sweet. I'm working on getting some letters of support or interest from Kalamazoo. I don't have those, but we've done a little targeting, and so I'm going to try to get one from each category. I think instead of a Kalamazoo base, I can get one from the Michigan Brewers Guild that says hospitality needs this. And I'm going to talk to Michigan Restaurant Association instead of trying to get a Kalamazoo property. I think that would be helpful for other grant requests, and it would apply to the Kalamazoo locales. And then I'm going to try to get one educator and one healthcare. And I think we have a friend who I'm scheduled to talk with this week that I think can connect me to both. So
I'll do one right now and just kick off a conversation with Wendy and you.
Oh, that'd be great.
And just see if by chance Wendy knows the person at Kalamazoo Y.
That would be great. And side note, I got a couple emails into Wendy about her project, but I'm not hearing back.
She just came back from I met with her on Friday. She just came back from kind of a personal holiday where she was visiting her 92-year-old uncle, who, while she was there, passed away.
Oh boy.
So
even without that, she's got a plate full, so I get it, but I'm just sharing the update.
Yeah.
And sorry to hear about
that.
that.
No, thank you very much. And
so that was Gilmore. And then Allegan Community Foundation, I talked with Amanda Chappell, who's our local connection, and she's introducing me to their so she's not in charge of grants, she's in charge of development, which I thought would be that, but she's introducing me to their program
officer.
Yeah. What did she?
The PO. Good. Did she have any insight on how to work with that person at all, or what they're preferred?
She just said, I'd be happy to connect you with Vicky, our program officer. She's also happy to answer questions, so I might talk with her more as well. But they have a grant training session on November 17th from 9 to 11. Ooh. And I'm available, so I'm going to attend that. And
really cool.
She's going to try and coordinate a visit.
Well, that would be great.
So grant training, introduction to PO, which I can't say straight face because it's, I don't want to be introduced to a parole officer. But a program officer I'll take. And so anyways, introduction, training, and then hopefully a visit before the end of the month.
Nice.
Great.
So that I think is essentially my update for this week.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we won't have a lot of trouble getting some funding from them, probably from both of their programs.
Yeah.
So we need to try to take full advantage. It's not a huge amount of money, but it is money.
Everything helps. And not only that, but the thing is that as you start to get more funders come. It's a weird dynamic. When you don't have anything, it's really hard. And then as you start to get more funders, and if you're allowed to put them on your website, that helps. But yeah,
I'm sure the community foundation will be able to put that on the website.
Yeah,
that would be.
Yeah,
that
would sounds like a engaging resource overall. So that's my update there, and I'm gonna really focus on Allegan, especially the remaining parts of this month, and try to wake up Kellogg as well. But I don't know. I even just briefly looking at that that grant advisor, Kellogg, had a 0% score.
Yeah,
So I guess
their reputation's not in the toilet.
it's where we are. Tom, do you have any updates?
Well, I put a couple of things on the Trello board under identification down at the bottom.
Okay, I'll pull
I
it
think
up
they're
here.
at the bottom. Okay, so the Grand Haven Community Foundation. All the way at the bottom, third
Yeah.
from there you go. So basically, I just put in there the information that I collected. We did get an email from this person who Jenny knows. She is the chair of the grants committee, but not a staff person. So she sent me to this Holly Cole, and basically, they pretty much only fund. I saw that there were some things outside of Grand Haven, but it's all in North Ottawa County.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're, again, it's sort of like the Kalamazoo thing. If we could make some connection to an organization there, then we probably could have a pretty significant chance of getting funding. But that is again a whole nother process to find a school or something like that might be interested. Okay, so I guess that's where that goes. And so the next thing, but she also suggested this Women Who Care in Holland, which is the next one down.
Ooh.
It's a very interesting organization. So right now, they meet quarterly. Each woman brings a check for $100, and they decide on one project per quarter, which gets $20,000, more or less. And so at this point, we don't know anybody that's a member of that. A member has to bring the project. But
this is a good one for like one of your female board members. Or even Red Horse pays for the 100 and that investment, but over time they build a network and they'll end up getting more than the investment back.
We're gonna check and see if any of the contacts we have might be involved in this. I mean, that would be a faster way in.
Do they show their members anywhere?
No. No.
Anyone interested in? I see. So that's
Brad, can you put that link in chat?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So members, charity nominations, members who wish to submit a charity. So that happens at the meeting.
Right.
And then they're chosen randomly. So you don't even know.
No.
And the member has 5 minutes to present the case. So you got to have the member read in. Because it's not us making the 5-minute presentation.
Right.
This is like Women Who Shark Tank in Holland.
I love it. We have a women's organization here that's grown and grown over the years, and I think they invest a couple million a year now. So women
Wow.
giving circles are huge. A lot of fun.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, and the other one that looks like it could potentially be promising is the bottom one on that column, the Arcus Foundation.
Mm-mm.
I started doing a form, the form, but so
Mhm.
it's based in New York, but apparently they have a history in Southwest Michigan, and so they a significant part of their U.S. funding goes to Southwest Michigan,
Mm.
and so in that piece that um, the description, it would seem like we could find ways to you stop screen sharing, but that we
Yeah,
could find ways to.
I'm moving to the Word document, but I'm
Oh, okay.
having trouble finding it.
The Word document is just kind of getting started.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll go back to here then.
So the areas of U.S. funding. Um, so I think that we could clearly write a proposal that would fit into that description that they're giving
Yeah,
of what they're.
great.
And they have a lot of money.
What's a lot?
Um, I I they I mean they give them well over $1 million a year. I don't think I got to the point where I had the data yet, the where I put it in there. But it's one of the few that they name that they're interested in Southwest Michigan. So
Yeah, I like it. Oh, it reminds me, I guess I didn't finish my update. So I'm talking with Joe Tenbausch at the high school tomorrow. And I don't know if they should have been told by now, but we got word from somebody on Fenville DDA that they did receive their grant. They did a small $500 community grant to come out to Red Horse for a session, and they received that.
Oh, nice.
He hadn't talked to me yet, but I reached out to talk about schedule and where's that, and we set up a call tomorrow. So
Nice.
this reminded me of
Um,
that because the program we wrote there is pretty similar to what we present here.
on the Arcus Foundation, on the grant advisor, there's feedback there. Says takes about 8 hours. They're rated highly. And it says speak to staff person first about your goals, fit with theirs, and also what kind of amount would be appropriate. So those are the recommendations from advice from the friend. They said
it's our. Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
This does not have a rating.
I went Arcus Foundation, not Arcus Operating. out of New York is what Tom said.
Yeah. Mhm. This doesn't talk about how,
I like the advice though to talk with them.
yeah.
It's good. Means they're accessible somehow. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'll do some more research on that, come up with some amounts. Um,
Okay,
but
I like that.
apparently it was founded by somebody who made a fortune um, in medical equipment or something like that.
mhm. um they have a phone number listed on.
Yeah, there's a phone number.
Great.
It's at the top of that Word document.
Yeah.
Um, now, can you open that Word document to make sure that, because I think I pulled the original from the first column, but it doesn't look like the other one, the document that I've seen. It says it was updated 10/12. Was I?
Yeah, I did just notice that you have Argus with a G on the Word doc, and you have with
Oh,
with
oh,
a C here.
uh-huh.
Just FYI.
Okay.
So is this the current form, Bonnie?
I don't think so. This was from August.
Okay, it
This,
says updated on October something. So yeah, that's what it didn't seem like the right form.
yeah, no, it's not. It says August 15th.
Okay,
This was the one prior to the one we did.
okay.
The right
Can
form. Can you go in there, Fred, and show?
Trello?
Yeah. It has.
Should be the. See that's the one that I pulled up.
Pull that one up right
That's
there. That's October 12th. Pull that one up. That's the right
that's
one.
the one that I pulled up.
Fred, can you pull that up?
Yeah.
He's trying, I think.
I'll go into. I know it's there, but it might have been put somewhere else because I think
So this is what that one looks like. So Tom, I think you
Oh,
went to there, but you might have just opened the wrong file on your computer.
well,
uh,
I'm not sure how I did that, but
Fred, can you just, since you
okay.
already downloaded it, would you just send Tom this?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
That would be great.
that'll be easier.
Make it easy on Tom. He's trying
I
so hard.
I don't know how I opened the wrong one. I mean that it said October 12th on it or October 11th or whatever, and but the other one came up. So I don't know exactly how that was possible. But
I don't know. Some of this tech stuff could drive someone crazy, right?
yeah, especially an old guy. All right, and that's the only other solid thing I have. Another one that I'm going to look at is the Chicago Community Trust.
Mm.
We used to get one like back in the 70s when I worked in Chicago. We got funding from them a number of times for youth drop-in centers that I worked at.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah, the trusts and the community foundations, because they all have donor advised funds these days,
yeah,
you know, sometimes these location boundaries aren't really real.
Yeah, they fund things up in this area.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. Love to see that. And kind of just a anecdote, just don't forget that when you're talking to funders, they may have a need for a retreat space and a unique retreat experience.
Mhm.
So never be shy about pitching Red Horse as a service.
Yeah, that might be good for like Huntington or
Mhm.
Perigo.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, one thing, Fred, I read it that Perigo grant,
Yeah.
and so um, you listed in there the Allegan, the data of the Allegan School District, which was like 85% white or something like that,
Yeah.
but not for Fenville. So Fenville is a separate school district, and they have like 55% Hispanic.
I didn't
So
include
you
that.
have
I
to,
looked it up.
yeah.
Must have
No,
been-
I didn't see that in there. You had Allegan
yeah,
and
well, that was an error on my part then.
okay, well, I wasn't sure if you thought that Fenville was part of Allegan District or
No, I think I might have
okay.
just because I remember
Well,
looking it up on the
okay.
same site. Oh, that's not there it is. Anyways, I'll take a look at that.
Mhm. Just for other grants, it's good to have the Fenville statistics in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a minute here just while we're on here to see what I can find. But thanks for looking through that.
Okay. No, it looked
Did
good.
you submit any grants in the last week?
Not in the last week. We got Perigo submitted. Oh, you're right. Well, see, those are counties, Tom,
Oh,
which is the way that public school review worked. So it says there's 7 public schools serving. Oh, I see.
no, I think it's in the Allegan School
Those
District.
are the school districts. So I thought it was counties by the headings,
Yeah,
but
right.
it's not. But when you read the paragraph, so
Mhm.
that's a good point. I'll update that for future grants
Okay.
because I could add Fenville and Pullman.
hmm And Pullman would be a part of the Bloomingdale. So it wouldn't probably be I mean, it would be a lot different than Fenville.
Right.
Even
So,
though the Pullman school is a lot of Hispanics, Bloomingdale in general would be much more white.
all right, I'll have to go back on that
Okay.
thing because I thought I was getting countywide stats. Not the case when you read the paragraph.
Mm.
But okay, great point.
Okay.
And I think I'll talk to Joe too, see if he could hook me up with any Kalamazoo colleagues or other districts.
And I
Uh-huh.
sent you the email for Wendy, and
Thanks.
I'll follow up with her on Friday.
So like if you're talking to him also like Hamilton and what's that other one that starts with a C? All of those little towns up north, he might know somebody in one of those. So that would put you in the field for being able to look at the Grand Haven Community Trust.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say any area colleagues, because, and it would help him, because I'm gonna basically tell him that we're including his district in several large grant requests. And if he knows any other educators that would be interested in writing a letter of interest and
that'd be great.
support, that then that could all go into these grant requests, which will help us get dollars for his 2023 sessions.
And school superintendents will jump on this type of stuff too. Don't be overly relationship oriented. Be able to talk with the school soup and say, hey, we need a letter of support. We're trying to do a grant and we'd love to serve your schools. And here's what we do and here's who we are. And would you consider a letter of support and a partnership? And I wouldn't be shy at all on that. That's a really fun, easy request. Usually takes 2 or 3 follow-ups with school soups, but they typically have an admin and already have a template, and they've done this a lot.
Yeah.
So just be aware that that's part of their culture.
Yeah.
Because I got one in a little podunk town here, and it was amazing to, and it really helped the grant. So it's like, alrighty.
Sounds good.
Very, very cool.
So we got a few on the line here. And I did sort of prep work on Allegan County in place of getting the other grants out. So we'll get them rolling. Because they're cool. They're December 1st. So I want this meeting and this grant training is well timed. Well,
yeah.
Important timing, say.
Nice.
So, all right. That's what I got. So, well, unless you guys have anything else, we can call it early. Or is there anything else we should put on the docket?
Just one curiosity. Did you have any more feedback from Rotary?
No, but we are, there's a meeting next week and I should reach out to Margie. I don't have her contact info. I probably do, but that's
the woman from Hastings.
Yeah, I don't know exactly her role, but she's regional or whatever they call it, district. She was all fired up. I just have to make sure she's fired up about introducing us to people, not getting me to volunteer more.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, you do mission and vision. We do that. We have this whole team. You should meet him. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. That'd be great. But
not volunteering.
Well, yeah, I hate to sound that way, but I just got to protect my time. I'm overloaded. So.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just reality. And Rotary, even doing this public image committee, which I had to kind of pull out of the ashes because everybody evaporated and they were doing it very poorly. Amanda coming in on Allegan Community Foundation was part of my motivation, was like, okay,
yeah, for sure.
One, she'll be good at this and she can, take this forward. But even that, I'm just like, I got to avoid getting stuck.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
So I'm positioning as a mentor to the young gun that can write the emails.
There you go.
But of course, I was the one sending a reminder that we have an email to send out Friday.
Yep.
Somehow you need to make her chair of that committee.
I got her to say she would be chair, but she said,
you did?
Yeah. Oh. I asked her if she'd be interested and she said, yeah, I'd like to get to my bearings first. because it was like the first time she came in. I mean, she just joined Rotary, and then
Right.
we had our first call, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You want a chair?"
That's too fast. I agree.
And she said, oh, "Let me get my bearings, and then yeah, I'd do that." I said, "Okay, great. I'll coordinate on an interim basis to the end of the year, but I'm not the chair. I'm not interim chair. I'm just running meetings
Uh-huh.
There you go.
for."
I'm
We'll
sure
just
she's
call
bored
that.
at the community foundation. She probably doesn't have enough to do.
Yeah, who knows? She's going to a conference next week. She's gone for a conference. I'm like, all right, Allegan Community
Okay.
Foundation sending people to conferences.
She might end up being on your board. You never know.
She could. So
Well,
that's where we're at. We're gonna
I wanted to,
go ahead.
so we're gonna meet next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday we're not, right?
Correct.
So what's the goal between now and next Wednesday? What are you thinking about?
For me or for the
Yeah, is there any, and my stubbornness, is there any submissions we can do before year end?
Yes, there are several.
Okay.
And one of them is Allegan Community Foundation, which is what I'm gonna attend their training. So that's December 1st, so it's not right away. Gilmore
Okay.
is hanging out waiting, and I was partly the Gilmore could be done at any time from the pieces of Perigo and the pieces of Allegan County that we have. They don't
Okay.
have a deadline, and they're in queue, kind of waiting for me to just harvest from the stuff that was done for Gilmore.
Okay.
And then we have Herrick as well. And Consumers Energy.
And Huntington Bank.
Yeah, Huntington was the first one I mentioned. Consumers Energy. I have that scheduled to be done by next week. So
Good. Maybe before we meet.
perhaps. And then we have a couple of letters of inquiry. I need to put a date on that. So the Frey Foundation, we're supposed to do a letter of inquiry. And DTE, that's going to take a little bit more to get an invite. And McGregor Fund. We said this is almost exclusively Tri-County Detroit. Make an inquiry. So I think that's a call.
So I want to show you where I think maybe after you do this push with your end of year appeals grants and stuff, this is a example of a boilerplate and that I think one of my grant writers did the research on for Dad's Move. And what's nice about it is, as a boilerplate, kind of what you're talking about, you're taking things from different grants. Instead, you'd go to your boilerplate and say, okay, here's the organization details, here's contact information, here's your mission, vision, background, here's your needs statement. So the one thing we did was Charlotte did the boilerplate and then gave it to our editor, and our editor dropped it down to very few words. It's really hard if you're the writer to get it succinct. So giving it to someone else is really valuable. and then the population served, the program overview, community representation and approach, and then sustainability, equity, and social justice. And so this allows the grant
Yeah.
writer to literally run, and we kind of earmarked it for $2,500 grants and up, not the little ones, but
Yeah, but it could still be used for a little one if you just be
yeah.
pulling collectively.
Yeah, so I think that's a really cool project to do down the road. And you know, I have a team if you want help, but it's also something you can easily do on your own.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to inspire and show you that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
But,
what I'm headed towards. So
yeah.
at some point between
Well,
these things, I'll save it as its own file.
the only other thought that I had, Fred, is could you refresh the volunteer match jobs, particularly the one with grant writer? Because I think you're really close to being ready for a writer.
Yeah, me too.
Particularly if you get the boilerplate done. And it could be the kind of thing that's the first project the writer's helping you with, is working together through a boilerplate.
They are all active.
Yeah, so can you change a title so it'll put us back on top? Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you just change the title a little, or add the words boilerplate in as the first project, things like that, just refresh it a little bit, spend 5 minutes on it, and then have it go back live. It'll go through their loop better and get you on the top and push out more stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Very cool. All righty. I think we're good.
All right. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you,
Yeah.
Ashley Nabana. We'll look forward to what's next, and we should have a good week here. We're also going to be kicking off our Trust Fall support drive. It's a little bit underdeveloped. We do have a campaign page that could welcome team fundraising the same way Classy did. And we have
Nice.
things like the cocktail classes and the herd.
Did you do that off of Give Lively?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm looking at that for one of my clients.
Give Lively is good and free. It's probably short of great. There's a couple things get a little clunky with it. It's event attendee export. I use it for events so that people can donate, and we can do either free ticket or a paid ticket.
Yeah.
And you don't really have a good embed feature.
Oh, okay.
And it also, looking up your attendees, you have to export a CSV every time. Like, it won't just show you who's in the event on their browser. So like, that's significant. And it's doing a lot of other things well and easy, but I might leave based on that event functionality. But I don't have time to look for what's next yet. So
look up Give Butter, Butter.
Okay.
Butter.
Those were the two I looked at, and I benchmarked against Classy. Classy being uber expensive and not something your nonprofit can afford.
Yeah, and we are in Classy through Horses for Mental Health, and that campaign, which we got in for nothing, and it's pretty slick. But when I asked them, now that I'm in here, can I do this other stuff? It's like, no, you got to pay.
Yeah, it's the bid that I got from the nonprofit I work for during the day was gosh, 4,500, and then another fee on top of that. So way too expensive. So both Give Lively and Give Butter are free. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll check it out, but we're
Yeah.
Give Lively for now, and we're gonna be announcing that, so we're gonna try and start it next week and run it through Giving Tuesday. But it'll probably be a little rustic, we'll call it.
yeah, no, that's okay. So you're gonna use the peer-to-peer platform in Give
Yeah.
Lively?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Very exciting. So Wendy just wrote back, and here's what she said. I don't know anyone. I can check with some of my colleagues, though. I'm actually on a call this morning that may be fruitful. Wendy. Woo! I love that. So fingers
Cool.
crossed, maybe she can unlock a Kalamazoo contact for us.
Yeah, and I
Um,
might be able to find them too, but a little vouch from another YMCA would be great.
Yeah, it really would. The Y is so well respected. It's great. All right. Well, take good care.
um,
Have a good week and stay warm.